Hello everyone, welcome to the Life of Ryan. My name is Jack here, and today I'm going to be talking about a topic of the Leaving Cert and how will it be cancelled or will it go ahead? And that is the problem that has been asked by many people today. So I guess my personal opinion is pretty simple. Honestly, I think it definitely is gonna go ahead. I feel because you know the schools are pretty safe right now. I believe honestly, I know what the cases and everything. The cases are very bad, and the whole lockdown and stuff is definitely putting a lot of stress and anxiety among the students in Ireland. But we just have to, in the coming months, we just have to assume, I guess, that the whole leaving cert is going to happen. And even it's not traditional, I think it's going to be an alternative one, definitely. So I asked on my Instagram to get your opinion on, or maybe some questions you want to ask me on what's going to happen or what you think what I think is going to happen. So I have them on my phone here. Um, I'll keep the names of everyone I have who's asked me questions anonymous, just because these things are private, and so yeah, let's just get on with them, I guess. I also have a long document. I'll read some of it. I won't read the whole thing, but this is from a very good friend of mine who sent me this. So yeah, we'll have a look at it. So the first question was: do you think an option of predicted grades and or an exam is fair? So first of all, thank you very much for your question. Personally, I do think an option for predicted grades is fair. We have missed by the end of January, we would have missed 4 months of school. So predicted grades definitely should be an option being put on the table. Um, but also doing the exam, I think we definitely do need to do the exam. We need to have, because predicted grades, as good as they can be for some students and as good and as beneficial as they can be, they can always put someone down the bad road, and they can always not get someone their course that they want. So my course, for example, my highest points that I'm looking for is 450 something, I think. But my top priority is 402 to get journalism in the University of Limerick, which I'm very hoping to get. So as I'm aiming for that as my top course, then predicted grades, they could get me that, or I could simply just do the actual exam and probably get more points than that and still get my course. So predicted grades for me, I think they should be an option, 100%. And if you get a bad grade that you don't like, you should be able to be given the option to do it in October, November. But the thing is about that is that college places, they do definitely become less available as the months go on. So you kind of have to be sure you're going to get that place if you're going to take the exam in November, October. Now, someone can obviously tell me differently, but I do think that option is very fair. Thank you for your question. What would be the best outcome for you, predicted or the actual exam? Again, it's the very same response. I think both questions would work for me very well, because again, my course requirements are very low. The points are very low as well for my courses now. So I think I could get them easily, but if they were to rise, I think journalism might rise to 450 if it goes to predicted grades. So I do have to be aiming a bit higher than that. Obviously, I know, but I'm hoping that it does stay at 402 for this year. So yeah, both outcomes definitely do work for me very well. Where and for some other students, I know they probably wouldn't. I think some of my friends are going for well above 500 points, and they've said to me that it's very hard to get that amount of points in on a predicted grade based system. So yeah, it's definitely it's a strange period, a strange decision, obviously, for the government to make, because that's the last resource they want to do is bring in the predicted grades and cancel the Leaving Cert. But um, we just have to assume that predicted grades isn't going to happen, and that it's just going to be an alternative to the Leaving Cert. So so the next one was, this was pretty funny. This one says, "Fuck the leaving. Everyone should do apprenticeships." Um, I guess I could agree with this. At this point in time, you just want to say, "Fuck the leaving cert." Honestly, you just want to. That's what you want to say at this point, because a whole month of disruption. It's gotten to the point now where you're just like, no, don't want it anymore. Don't want to do it. But at the end of the day, I think we need to have that state exam experience, because I think college exams will be a bit like it, I guess, and they're going to be a longer to do. So I think to have this experience of doing it, and obviously it's the hardest exam we're ever going to face in our life, so we may as well get it over with and just assume that it's going to happen. But thank you for your question. I think we should be allowed to sit the leaving cert. So again, with this one, yeah, definitely we should be allowed to sit the leaving cert, because that's what the government wants. That's sorry if I look a mess today. I don't know. It's lockdown here, cause what are you gonna do about it? There's nothing you can do. It's barbers are closed. You gotta go to the last resource. Simple as. But yeah, I think they're gonna get us to sit the exams, even if we're on a very strict distancing basis, because it's what they want to happen. They don't want to cancel the leaving cert again. It actually caused apparently outrage last year when they did it. So um, that's what they don't want happening this year. And obviously, I see Norma Foley getting a lot of hate from some students. Obviously, I don't know them, so but they're throwing a lot of hate at her, and I don't think it's fair. Obviously, the decision she has made has caused a bit of controversy, and it's the same from Michal Martin and Leo Varadkar. A lot of their comments and stuff are, can be seen as, I don't know, ignorant of the 6 year students, and maybe it's arguable that the government are ignoring um, Leaving Cert students, because they're only listening to the ones who want to do the Leaving Cert and not to the ones who don't. So I guess we just need her to give us some clarity. At the end of the day, that's all we need. Is I don't think we're asking for much more. We're asking, is there a leaving cert or not, and that's the basis of it. If and she apparently she keeps avoiding that question because she just hasn't got an answer for it yet. And obviously there's many TDs in the Dáil that are obviously demanding her to give them an answer, and she just can't give it. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but it's obviously hard to know at these times, and hard to know at this stage, because it is very early. There's like 5 months, which, Jesus Christ, doesn't sound early at all. But there's still 5 months until we actually sit the exams. So obviously, if she takes longer, if she goes till the third month and just says it's still happening, that'd be a bit stupid, because it's going to be March or April, and then we're going to be like in a staggering preparation stage, which is just like cramming in all the study, and that's not the approach. So I think what I recommend for ye is just assume now that the actual leaving cert's going to happen, and just keep working away. Really is the most important thing. Let's see. We got a few things. So another statement is, we know none of the course. So this is from one of my friends again, and there is some parts of this that I agree with him. Last year we missed again. We missed like 3 months of engaging in classrooms. So, and obviously with online learning, as okay, this is kind of arguable, as good as it is, it can cause problems like internet, and it's very hard for some students to engage with it because it's through a screen. So it's very hard to engage with learning through screens. That's as simple as that. And you don't feel you're getting as much from the lesson online as you do in the actual classroom, because you're actually engaging with the teacher, and you're very kind of face to face basically. Whereas online, you can have like very bad internet. Your broadband can cause problems and stuff. So that's the whole issue with online learning. But some courses are actually, like for history, for myself, that course is finished, so we're just in a revision stage. Whereas there's courses like maths that haven't actually finished yet. So um, you know, there's kind of a rush to get those finished. So yeah, we don't really know a lot of the course, but we definitely know some of it anyway. But we need to, but in fairness, I can see where this statement is coming from. We need to know a lot of the course to actually sit the Leaving Cert. Simple as. So the next question is, what would your preference be for the LC? So my preference again would lay in both predicted grades as an option, and then to do the actual Leaving Cert if I wanted to change my grade. So that's really where I kind of sitting am right now. I'm sitting in the middle. I'm not like on the one side or the other. I'm just more in the middle. So I kind of want the option to have predicted grades, see what I get, and if I want to change them, then um, do the exams in November. But yeah, that is my preference. So I think yours might be different, but that is mine. So just a document. I'm going to read some parts of it that one of my friends sent me, and he's actually a very close friend of mine. He says, "My opinion of the LC 2021 is that we are extremely disadvantaged." So extremely disadvantaged. I think he's basing that off the fact that we've missed 4 months of school. We've had a disruption this month, and I would have only a couple of months before our mocks. The fact that our mocks are being a bit pushed forward, I think that's what he means by disadvantages. But I wouldn't say we're extremely. I think extremely is a bit over exaggerated. I think our school hasn't had a lot of problems. So it hasn't had a lot of major issues. So we've been fairly alright, I think, with our there hasn't been really any COVID problems in my school. So we haven't really been at a disadvantage. We've still been getting our learning. We've still been able to we were still able to have Christmas exams. So I don't think we were disadvantaged as much, but there is definitely a sense that Leaving Cert students around the country have been disadvantaged because of COVID-19. We try to contact the government with our feelings but get generic emails sent back in return. Again, the government is receiving, I'd say, so many. It's receiving so many different emails. It's not going to be able to respond to just one. And I think I know I sound like I'm siding with the government here, and I don't really want to be sounding like that, but the government, I think, are fully aware of how we feel. They're seeing the Twitter storms. I think they're fairly aware of how we feel about this, but we just see them as ignoring us, and that's just how it's seen, unfortunately for them. The exam cannot possibly go ahead as it is now. Some students may complain that they're doing fine, but they don't understand the toll this is taking mentally on others. That's true. There's definitely the mental health in some students, I think, has been, rising a lot. It's been really bad for some people, I think, which is unfortunate to see. This exam already causes enough stress. So the fact that more stress is being put onto the students isn't good for them, and I think that's why clarity is essentially needed right now. So another question is, do you think we will have orals? I do think we'll have orals. I think they'll be online at this stage. I don't see them being face to face. I think that's going to be, kind of uncomfortable with the masks on and everything. And so I think the online is the best solution. Obviously, there's going to be negatives to an online oral. There's going to be, again, internet's going to get in the way, and the oral just wouldn't be the same online. Simple as people can, with online, you can have like a piece of paper next to you and not having it in the camera, but like it'd be stupid to cheat really in your oral. It'd be really stupid to um, cheat. You just have to kind of really work for it to get the result you deserve, not a result that you don't deserve. Simple as. Um, what is your personal opinion about the Leaving Cert? My personal opinion, again, is it's definitely a different Leaving Cert to the ones I've seen before. You know, uh, it's a very stressful time, I think, for a lot of students, and I think we just have to, again, assume that it's going ahead, and just try and keep studying, keep going, keep working hard, and even if it does come to the grades, the work that we've done will show in our results. And if you want to change those, by all means, we can do the exam in November, October, whenever the state examinations plan to have it. So yeah, that is basically just my opinion on the entire thing. Honestly, I think it is going to go ahead. Um, sorry, I dropped my phone there. In June, and I think we'll have results as normal in August. So yeah, that is just basically my opinion. If you don't agree with me, or have a different opinion, by all means leave it down in the comments. Because like opinions, that I'd love to hear people's opinions on this. Um, I'm very open to that. Or on my Instagram, which is in the top right of my YouTube channel, you can go there and you can follow me, send me a message about what I think. And yeah, thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.